Hi guys, this is the Allie Show, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make flashcards for back to school. If you guys are interested in seeing that, please keep on watching. By the way, excuse the crazy hair and pajamas. Okay, so we're back, and if you guys are ready, get your cardstock and let's get started. You'll need to start out with a cardstock piece that's approximately 8.5 by 11 inches, like this. I've already drawn on this, as you can see. One sheet like this will give you approximately 8 cards if you do it right. Okay? I've already done a stack off camera just so I can show you guys them. Okay? You can get more or less out of a sheet depending on how big you want your cards. So this is an example of a card that I did. I need to perfect my drawings on it, but okay. So this is an example of a card that I did. Let's get it. Here's the other side of it. And these come in cute colors, these cardstock sheets, and one sheet made 8 of them, 8 little cards. Okay? They're pretty big cards because I need them pretty big. But you can make them whatever size you need. You just have to repeat the steps that I'm about to tell you. As many times as you need cards. Okay? Ask your parents' consent before you go tearing up your cardstock, though. Okay? Okay. Now that we've got that situation squared away. Now, what you want to do is you want to take your cardstock and lay it down on a hard, flat surface. As you guys can see here, I have mine laid out on my desk. Here. You want to make sure it's on a nice and hard, nice and flat surface so that you can work. So now what you want to do is you want to take your cardstock and you want to try to get it as even as you can. And you want to fold it in half, hamburger style. Hold that in place. Okay? Hold that in place, putting your corners down on your table. Now you want to take your hand and crease, ensuring that it's creasing in the right spot before you go doing it, though. Now, see, these aren't going to be perfectly even for me, but that's okay because I'm the only one who's going to be looking at them. See, this is the result you end up with, okay? Now, what you want to do, this is going to be kind of hard, but I'm going to try to show you guys. So what you want to do is you want to take your nail and you want to come along that fold and you want to push down really hard and scratch. Really down in there, getting really deep in there with that nail. Okay, and what that's going to do is that's going to make getting that step easier. Okay? I'm going to prop you guys back up and show you guys what it did. See? Now the card isn't popping open like it would normally be. Okay, so now you're going to take it going the other way. And as you guys can see here, there's a line already there showing me that this is where I folded it. You're going to want to follow that little line. Again, taking your nail and scratching along that fold. Pushing really hard to score that fold into place. Now, if you have a bone folder or something like that, you won't have to use your nails. But I don't. I don't have all those nice little crafting tools in my disposal. I guess I could. I guess I could try with the non-toothy side of a comb. Okay, so again, with my non-toothy side of my comb, press really hard, scratch it down. That's going to give me a nice scored fold. Sorry I keep bumping you guys. So I'm going to leave my comb out and keep it handy. Now, the same way, I'm going to turn it the other way again. And the reason we're doing so much scratching and scoring is because you want to be able to easily tear this. This is a scissorless way to do flashcards. If you're not good with scissors, or you're a kid and you need flashcards and you need a way to do it, this is a good way to do it without getting yourself in trouble. So now you just carefully find your fold. You should not talk during this part, so I'm not going to either, just because you could really mess things up. Okay, so I got it. Here's what it should come out looking like. You should have 2 of these by the end of that little folding and cutting extravaganza. You should have 2 of them, which I have 2 of them. Okay? Now, the test is when you go like this with them. Are they almost the same? Which, yes, they are for me. Okay, so now you're going to want to single out 1 sheet to work with here. I'm going to leave my comb out. I'm going to single out the top one here. So now what you want to do is the same process as you did to get the big fold, but you want to do it to get this little half fold. This little fold right here. Now, if you feel like you can cut pre-folded stuff, you can go ahead and pre-fold this into 8s and go ahead and score along each and every fold and kind of cut them in advance if you want to. But I feel it best to go ahead and do it scoring my little lines as I go. So now I'm just doing the exact same process as I showed you guys before. Okay? With the scoring, the scratching, all that. I'm just doing that same process. Now, keep in mind, okay, if they don't come out perfect, for one, try to make them as perfect as you can get them, okay, because cardstock is expensive. It's not the cheapest paper on the face of the earth, okay? So try to make them as good as you can get them, okay? Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do, just to try, see if I can do it like this. Remember how I suggested that you guys could? Actually, you know what? I'm not going to try that. That's not recommended unless you have good hand dexterity in both your hands. See, my cards, these set, because I was talking through the making process of them, they're going to have a big boo-boo in them. So you don't want to talk when you're doing this. You want to be focusing on what you're doing as much as possible. See, this card now has a big boo-boo in it because I was trying to talk as I was doing it. So, this is what it looks like. The one with the big boo-boo. Now we're going to go with the one that's not boo-booed up, and we're going to go to the next step. okay? We're going to fold it in half going this way. And this is where you're going to end up with 2 little cards at the end of this. Okay, so pay attention to this step here. Making sure they're as even as I can get them, which they weren't. I could get them more even than that. So now I'm going to crease. Crease, crease, crease that fold. Score it. Okay? Again, you guys are going to end up with 2 little cards by the end of this, so do pay attention. Okay? Now, you can pre-write on these, or you can cut them out, then write on them. I would recommend pre-cutting them. That way you don't accidentally overlap one thing onto another card. So now we're going to fold it again going the other way. I'm sorry, this is a lot of descriptions and not a lot of visual. I just don't have a way to pan you guys down to show you guys this. So here is the size of a card. But they're not done yet until you tear them apart. Now you just want to weaken along that little fold point as much as you can. And then carefully, with 2 hands, you want to tear along that little, I like to call it a fault line. There's your card. See okay. Let's compare these. Okay. Look at this. Okay, let's compare this to this. This is my little example card I showed you guys at the beginning of the video. If we were to stack these together, let's see. Yep, they're exactly the same, guys. Look at that. Look at that. They're the exact same little cards all around. So it's very easy to do this. So I showed you guys how to do it, okay? These are my 10 beautiful cards that I've made so far. Some of them are a little boo-booed up, but that's okay with me because I'm the only one who's going to be looking at them. I'm the only one who's going to be reading them. And that's okay to me. You can get all different colored kinds of cardstock and make this more fun for yourself, or you can just get plain whites. You can even do this with construction paper, but it's better to do it on cardstock. So you can make like your own game cards with these, but you'd want to make them a little bit smaller. Maybe cut 1 sheet of cardstock into 1/16, which I'm not going to do that because I don't need them that teensy. But there's all sorts of different things you can do with these little cards once you have them made. Mary, if you're watching and you want a stack of these, let me know and I will try to make you some. But if you want to try to do it yourself, get some cardstock and then watch this video and I'll teach you how to do it. Alright, so that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button, smash that notification bell for all notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. Share, comment, and just stay happy, stay safe, keep spreading Christmas joy and cheer. And kids, do good in school.